Welcome to Team Wild Carnivore. Last time we saw Steve take out a nice fallow buck for the table. If you didn't catch that show, click on the link. Stay tuned to see Steve skinning his deer, ready for inspection.
Okay, we're back at the larder now with this little fella that was shot earlier. What we're going to do now, we're going to dress him out, get him ready for the table. As you saw, we took him out of a group of does. He was stood looking at us, confident shot, nice rest, good backdrop, so I took him in the neck, which gives us no carcass damage at all. Perfect shot really. So we're going to get on with dressing him now. Okay, so we're going to start at the front end. We're going to start with his front left leg and take the skin off it like I would do if I was dressing a lamb in the slaughterhouse. So I'm going to do that. Right. Start by taking the hide back over the top of his knuckle. Go in and follow it down his neck, down his throat. Go through the joint. The long joint. Pull that back. And just push that back there. As you can see, with doing that like that, all the hide has fallen away from the shoulder, which is leaving it all nice and clean and free from contamination from the hair and the dirt and the grit that's in the skin. Okay, so we're going to do exactly what we did on the front left leg to the leg on the right hand side. The difference being on this side, you have to take the hair, the skin that is on the brisket, pull that back to relieve, which opens up the brisket because we have to saw that in a minute to open up the chest and the lung cavity and heart cavity where all the vital organs are kept. But basically doing the same again, loosening the skin off. Okay, if you're lucky enough to be able to use the 2-knife system, it's really good practice. And like I said, we're lucky in our larder. We've got sterilisers, we've got stainless steel wash hand facilities and everything else, because we do a lot of deer. So it's always good practice to use a 2-knife system, so when one knife's dirty, you can get it back in the steriliser and be using the other one. It saves washing and cleaning the knives all the time, We've got 3 knives in there, which that's by the by, but 2-knife system is good practice. Okay, so there the front shoulders done, and now we're going to do the back legs. So, let's take one leg, like so, same as the shoulder, I'm going to run up it, and run down it. Push the skin away from it. You'll notice that I use the heel of the knife there instead of the blade. That's so we're not cutting at the meat. Once you've got the first incision and you've got the skin in the right place to do it, it's easy on a nice little fallow buck like this to push it off with the heel of the knife rather than cutting all the time, which is you could damage the meat. We're not too really worried about the skin because it's going to be thrown away at the end anyway. So. But it keeps the meat nice and clean. And then we're going to go through the joint again with the leg. Just take that off, nice and simple like that. Just pull it back, Trying to keep it as nice and clean as possible. You can see that's clean. There's a bit of hair on there, but we can remove that when we've got it inverted in a minute. But you can see it's all nice and clean. Okay, we're going to do exactly the same again on the other leg. You'll see this time that I use the heel of the knife, and on a nice young animal like this, how easy it does skin really. It's a lot easier than doing like an old red stag, but you'll see again that I use the heel of the knife. I'll try and talk you through it, but it's difficult when you're going as quick as you do. Like one slice up there again, over the top of the hock, miss the bin, and make an incision, run down the leg, like so. I'm going to peel this bit back, as we did with the brisket. Just open it up. Just make a little. Put down there. And that's all it needs. It doesn't need any more knife work than that really. And then just hold it back, get the heel of your knife. The heel of your knife. Push it in, pull it back, just work the skin off with it. It comes off soft as wing. Need your blade again just to work the hocks off. And on the inside, like so. Comes back. I'm going to take the joint off again. Holding up, and just pull it back. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to saw his brisket, which is open it up and open the front part of his neck and remove his windpipe. So when he's inverted, we're not struggling underneath him and working underneath in all the blood and everything else, it's just there, and I can remove his plug for inspection nice and easily, keeping the carcass clean, keeping myself clean. So that's what we're going to do now. The only reason we're doing this, we're not trying to cut the bone or anything else, it's just so the saw can find the bone without dragging through the fleshy tissue. There's not a lot, there's just a bit there, but that's what we do. And then down the side of his windpipe, you can see his windpipe there, look. Just run your knife down the side of there, put your thumb in, and loosen it off. Wasn't down there to where his thrapple is. Just take it off. There we go. If I open the chest cavity up, you can see his lungs inside there, look. All nice and clean and bright. Well, we'll inspect those in a minute once we've got him inverted. This is why I bring Keith, he has to do the technical things. Do the winch, Keith. Will do. Okay, just going to pick him up, hang him on there, like so. As you can see, everything is still hanging away from the carcass, which is exactly how we want it. Okay, as we did the field product, we've still got to remove his anus, which we're going to do now. Whip that out. Half moon, finger in behind it. Give it a tug. Comes. Cut through the tailbone, take the lot off. Okay, so now what we're going to do is finish removing the skin. Just going to make an incision down the front, like so. Okay, now we're going to get the hide, trim the hide back to the flanks, and then use my hand and push it off, and that'll probably be the last time that I use a knife on the skin in the deer. So I'm going to get on and do that now. Okay, so the skin there is how I want it to be, and now I shall finish taking the skin off now, and I shan't use the knife again, now I shall just use my hands and push it off in the right skin. It comes off nice and easy. See how it's opened up that side? What we're going to do now, just do the other side, spin it round.
Subscribe to Team Wild TV for all the best hunting shows on YouTube.